All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're going to dive into, well, maybe the most fundamental question we can ask ourselves, one that's right at the very heart of everything. Who are we? Really?
Really, stop and think about it for a second. Who is this I that's experiencing your life? Is it your body? Is it your mind? That voice that's chattering away in your head? We almost never stop to actually investigate this. But the answer? Well, it can change absolutely everything.
So where do we even begin? Well, that investigation really starts with something we could call the problem of the me. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that part of us that feels heavy. The part that worries all the time and just carries the weight of our entire life story.
See, every one of us lives with what you might call a me narrative. It's like having this constant storyteller inside our heads, right? A voice that's always running, spinning this tale about me and my life. What happened to me back then? Why'd they do that to me? What's going to happen to me tomorrow? It's a story we cling to so tightly, and most of the time we mistake it for reality itself. And what is this story usually filled with? Let's be honest. It's often just a loop of worries and concerns. We get totally stuck replaying the past, feeling all the regrets. And then we slingshot into the future, creating all this anxiety about what might go wrong. It is exhausting.
And if you drill down to the very core of this personal story, what do you find? This persistent, kind of nagging feeling, a sense of lack, a feeling that something's missing, that something's just not right, that we're not whole. And this sense of lack, well, that's the fuel for our endless search for happiness in things or in people or in what we achieve.
This quote, wow. It just perfectly captures the weight of that narrative, doesn't it? It's like we aren't just living right here, right now. Instead, we're dragging our entire past along with us. Every single belief, every memory, every old hurt. It's such a heavy burden. And the craziest part is, most of the time, we don't even realize we're carrying it.
Okay, so if this personal self, this story, is the source of so much of our suffering, what's the real problem here? Well, it turns out it's a huge case of mistaken identity. We just believe we are something that we're not.
So here it is, the core illusion. We think we're a character inside the dream of life, this separate little person getting bounced around by all its ups and downs. But the reality, wow, it's so much more profound. We aren't the character, we are the dreamer. We are the very awareness in which the whole dream is happening.
So this is absolutely the crucial point. What we've been calling our personal self, it's really just a collection, a bundle of things that are just passing through. Memories, thoughts, beliefs, physical sensations, they all just appear and then they disappear. We make the mistake of thinking this fleeting collection is us, but it's just the content, not the container.
All right, so we've kind of unpacked the problem, this huge case of mistaken identity. So where do we go from here? Where's the solution? Well, it's all about shifting our focus and recognizing the reality of what we truly are, awareness.
And that brings us to the big one, the pivotal question. If you're not the story, if you're not that me narrative, not that bundle of memories, not the character in the dream, then who or what are you?
And the answer is, you're not a thing at all. You are the formless, timeless awareness itself. You're the space, the context, in which all of your experience happens. And this awareness, it isn't personal. It isn't male or female, young or old. It is simply the undeniable, ever-present reality of just being aware.
Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine your awareness is a giant movie screen. Now, the movie itself, that's all your thoughts, your feelings, your perceptions, it all plays out across the screen. The scenes can be happy, they can be sad, totally chaotic, or perfectly peaceful, but the screen itself is never touched. It's never stained, it's never changed by whatever movie is playing. You are that screen.
So, what's the big deal? Why does this understanding matter so much? Because recognizing this is what brings true freedom. This is the real payoff. This is liberation from that heavy story we've been carrying around our whole lives.
Think about it. From the perspective of this limitless, borderless awareness, where do personal problems go? They have nowhere to land. All those worries, all the regrets, all the fears, they belong to the character, to the illusion. So once you recognize that you're the awareness and not the character, what happens to all those problems?
And this understanding, it bears the most incredible fruit. We're talking about a peace that has nothing to do with what's going on in your life, a freedom from fear, because awareness itself was never born, so it can never die. The end of that restless, constant searching for something more, and a kind of unshakable joy that turns out to be your very nature.
Now, this isn't about just adopting some new cool belief system. Not at all. Think of this as an invitation, a direct invitation to stop looking outside of yourself for the answers and to just gently turn your attention inward to what's already always here.
And this really is the most beautiful part. The peace, the fulfillment, the love that you've been searching for your whole life, it's not something you have to go out and find or achieve. It's what you already are, right here, right now. It's a done deal.
So I want to leave you with a final question to just sit with. In this very moment, right now, what would happen if you just let go of the story? If you let go of the past, let go of the future, let go of the whole idea of being somebody? What remains? Take a look. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.